Welcome back to part 2 நேயர்களே. This is a conversation with Ian Jeevan. This is part 2 starting now.
This reminds me of Ronaldo.
I was going to... That was my next thought.
Portugal.
The Japanese kid was trying to speak in Portuguese, then the whole crowd, you know he's Japanese, he's in his hometown and we are laughing at him. And then Ronaldo had to step up and he's like, don't laugh at him, what is he doing wrong? He's speaking very well actually. And he's not even he's not even a local, you know. He's not even local.
This Japanese kid is I think 6-7 years old.
8 years.
Not fluent in Portuguese, and Ronaldo was on stage in Japan. Then this kid was really struggling and the people were laughing at the kid. The stage said Ronaldo got pissed off. Then he stopped him from talking. He said, why are you laughing at him? He's trying is good. Then he'd make them clap for him. Then they clap.
I just heard a stereotype that Japanese people are very polite to foreigners, but within themselves they are quite harsh.
Oh, really? I have no idea.
I'm not sure, but I can prove this comment after I go October.
How are you going Japan?
Oh, really? I thought going Switzerland.
I stick to my plan. I going October.
Good. Kasu konjam micham.
Hey, not really lah.
Have you been to Switzerland before?
Japan is expensive.
By, but I didn't explore.
Oh, bro, I went to Switzerland. Nice. The price very nice.
I went there before. I know that.
One kebab, $22.
Oh Lord. Crazy.
I mean, one more point to add on, right? I think Vaishnavi series plays a huge part in that sense. This is my opinion lah. நீங்க சொன்னீங்க வந்து not only Indian view the content, நீங்க வந்து English subtitle போட்டு you put it for other races to actually enjoy it also. So to me it's like also like saying like Indian content enjoyable to make it relevant with the current context as well. So I think that's like content we can for content creators out there, you can actually use these ideas to make it relevant for all.
I think it's very important. I think when I started out, right, I had that fear, okay, if I put Tamil content, like, will brands even want to work with me or not? Because like it's very niche. But I think that mindset was kind of like in a way it made me realize that actually brands also embrace diversity. They say actually I was working with this like auto car brand recently. They say actually we like a Tamil content, you know. It's a Chinese company, Chinese company say we will let you do like your own Tamil content to promote the car wash, you know. Then I was like okay. I appreciated that because they want you to be in your own natural element. You know, you don't need to pander always to the majority.
Right.
So as creators also I say don't keep pandering. Last time actually, to be honest, I did a lot of Chinese content because easy to appeal to the Chinese because it's an Indian guy speaking Chinese, instantly get views. Just like in Singapore, Ang Moh speaks English. But I stopped doing that because I felt like in that process I was also losing myself. So that's why I feel like I want to celebrate Tamil. You know, I want to celebrate being a Tamilan in Singapore and like showing the Tamil culture, showing the Tamil language. That's why I did more content, drastically more for Tamil content after that.
Did those brands which were supposedly Chinese, right? They expand on why they want you to make Tamil content.
I think they said that it's generating the viewership. Viewership is there. It appeals to your audience, and as the brand also, they don't want just Chinese people to patronize them, right? They also want like Indians to come and wash their car there. They also want Indians to come and like use their services, which I think there is an appeal for it.
Definitely.
Okay, so like so now they are doing a lot of like content creation jobs and all that, right? And now, as you mentioned just now, about the Iron Rice Bowl and all that, right? What do you think? Like, how do you feel now when you're doing more like content creation gigs and having your financial consultant things and all that? What is your like how do you balance that with the that's the when you're growing up you always say stability, right? Did that ever ring in your head when you're doing this, when your career sort of evolving into this trajectory?
I think thankfully like I was always very mindful of like a minimum income that I wanted to keep to be stable,
right?
Because I think this question of stability, it varies from person to person, right? Right. So it's like do you plan to buy a house in the future? Do you have a partner? Are you saving up for a house? All that. So all that factored into whether all that will factor into one's stability lah. So for me, I didn't really think much about it initially because income wise it was slowly coming. And then okay, wait, where am I going with this? Sorry. I'll just backtrack a bit. Okay. So I'm quite thankful to say that I don't need to worry so much about whether is this stable or not. Because even if content creation were to go, I still have my full-time job, which is financial planning. So there's something in my mind. I say, okay, this is my bread bowl. Anything extra is bonus. Yeah. So similarly, like in months there will be no income from social media. Yeah. But then thankfully, after you build a brand for yourself, a lot more brands want to work with you, and then it becomes stable after a while. Yeah.
So if you don't mind, like, cause I'm also in finance, and I don't do financial planning, but I know in finance you need to put in hours. You need to you need to invest in yourself, because you need to keep it keep updated on what's going on out there in terms of money.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, day to day, what does Ian Jeevan do in terms of managing your social media and also your bread and butter, which is your financial planning?
So in a week, I go 3 times to office, and the purpose of going to office is for training, for meeting my other colleagues as well, and for just meetings lah. Yeah, sometimes I do paperwork there as well, and then afternoon onwards is free. So I will either go out to meet clients or go and do my own content. Evenings are usually like for brand, if there's an event for brands, and I'll go to the gym, stuff like that. So it varies. I don't have a very rigid day. My day can look different from
fluid
different days. Yeah, very fluid. Sometimes I'll be traveling, so I've been traveling a lot as well. So that is also something that was a byproduct of having a dual income. So working in financial planning and also having social media lah. So both have not fixed hours. I don't have fixed hours, which is something I prayed for lah. Like I really, when I graduated or midway during university, I kind of knew, okay, I don't want to join corporate. And the corporate 9 to 5 in I don't like it. So my goal was to find a job which allows me to have flexibility, and that's what content creation and financial planning offers me.
Has your social media presence benefited your financial planning career?
Yes. So actually 95% of my clients were actually all from social media. So I'm get in a Pakumbode, they will be like, oh, okay, I've seen Jeevan before. Okay, he offers financial planning. Okay, suma pesi pakla. Let me just talk to him. Like at least he's someone whom you're familiar with. I'm not like, I cannot scam people, right? Because like I'm on social media, right? So that is that branding that I've leveraged on to kind of like also help people in other areas lah. Of course, sometimes I do get like a very young person. They want to meet me, but for wrong intentions, right? So I'm get financial pati pace away, Vanda. They just want to like meet for the sake of meeting, right? Yeah. So that's the other side of things as well.
Okay. That's cool. So with regards to like just now we're talking about like Tamil movies and like Tamil culture basically. So quick questions. Favorite Tamil actor?
Surya.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that's Surya.
Favorite Tamil movie?
Ooh, Gajini.
Oh, Gajini.
Surya movie.
No, this is a tricky one. Favorite Tamil heroine?
Oh. Okay, I like
this one. You can disclaimer. You can mention multiple if you want.
And the guns.
I like Trisha.
Nice.
Okay. And multiple. Okay, if I were to go down the list, okay, Trisha. Next will be Nayantara.
Okay.
Nayantara. After that, I think Tamana also. Tamana, the new song, right?
Yeah.
And Tagapa. No, there's so many. There's like what's her name?
My all-time favorite is Namita.
I wanted to say
I'm a Namita fan.
Sridevi.
Oh,
she passed on. It's so sad. I loved her in English. I loved her in like other short stories that she's also done as well.
I like Namita and Asin. I think Asin.
Asin.
Yeah.
Yes,
wow.
Asin.
Yeah.
One comedy scene that stands out to you.
Comedy scene in Tamil movie.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Wait. It has to be the Vadivel, in Pokiri, like the Suttum Vili.
I cannot. The Gajini song. I only think about
Vadivel.
I cannot think about the Surya one. Yes. No, it's only the.
That is so iconic.
Favorite Tamil song which you jam to all the time?
Oh, is that Unnakunane Ura?
Oh, wow.
Favorite Tamil comedian?
Oh, Vadivel. Yeah,
good. Nice.
Rajini or Kamal?
Rajini.
Yes. Asma. Okay. English. Favorite. Okay, it's very hard to pin down favorite English actor. But do you have an actor or actors that you follow?
Actually, tough, because there's many
Yeah.
English actors out there, but I quite particularly like Tom Cruise.
Mission
Also
Impossible.
because of his like the scenes that he does, you know,
Stunts,
stunts and the way that he interacts with people is just so down to earth, you know.
Right.
Yeah, he don't have that like the holier
Elitist,
down, you know, elitist mindset. அந்த மாதிரி இல்ல.
Our stunts la avaru thana pandrathu. Even the Mission
mostly.
Impossible and all that.
There was a stunt in the previous Mission Impossible movies where he was like gonna jump onto a roof, then he broke his shin or toe or something, and he continued.
Broke his ankle.
And he continued.
Yeah.
No, the one that impressed me was the plane one. That was
plane.
That was
Yes.
like he just tie himself to the
The
plane.
new
and
one is the one he ride the
The
motor
motorbike
yeah.
and then go off the cliff.
He did that about 15 times, you know.
director fan பண்ணிட்டாரு.
There's memes about the insurance companies that sponsor Tom Cruise movies. They're always like,
இவன் எப்ப என்ன நடக்கும் எவ்வளவு காசு வேணும்
so okay, English bands. Do you follow any music?
Band Coldplay?
Oh, go.
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
You get
they're
tickets?
coming.
We
no,
couldn't.
couldn't
You
lah.
posted about that, right?
Yeah,
Tickets.
நல்ல வேலை. You should get tickets. Yeah.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
favorite actress
Favorite hero? No, wait. Favorite hero.
Hero.
Superhero like Marvel.
Okay, Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man.
nice.
Nice.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Andrew
Hero.
Garfield?
Andrew. Oh.
Tobey Maguire?
Tom
Oh,
Holland.
Tom Holland.
Well, are you into That's the Spider-Verse kind of?
இல்ல. I would say I like Tom Holland. Yeah,
Tom
I like
Holland.
Tom Holland.
out of question how did you react to the new Spider-Verse
Ooh, the cartoon one, right?
yeah the animated
Of course.
I liked it.
the end
The end.
Don't spoil it. I haven't seen
no
it.
yeah I know it was how did you react
Is the one end credit scene,
Yeah.
right? Actually, I can't even remember. Like, I need a refresher, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't remember.
because I like literally like that
Oh, yeah.
and my wife
so
was
there's
like,
going to
are
be
you
another
okay?
part.
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
I know
was
there's gonna be another
I
part.
was
Okay.
speechless
I
know
haven't
there's gonna
watched
be
that.
another
Bro,
part, but I
it's-
haven't watched
you
it.
didn't watch it oh my god
No
it's
time.
too good bro it's too good you missed it it's too good
Yeah.
அது ஆன்லைன் வரோம்ல பாத்துக்கோ Why Disney Plus da? Day.
Disney Plus.
I think online they were thinking of.
இல்ல உன்னை பத்தி அவ்வளவு நல்லா யோசிச்சு வச்சிருக்கான் favorite actress
Favorite actress, Michelle Yeoh.
Interesting.
Malaysian.
Oh,
I love
Okay.
her so much. Yeah.
not a very common answer.
any ranking
Ranking. She's got at the top. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh.
நான் முடிச்சுக்கிறேன்
Oh, second, I would say probably if it's English actress, I would say what's her name? Wow, it's black. Angelina Jolie. Another
Versatile
amazing
actress,
Yeah.
actually.
Great.
I'll ask you
the movie
TikTok quick fires, just a couple.
Something else.
Favorite TikToker? Other than
Ooh. Other than என்ன?
Vadapuche.
நான் ஒண்ணு மட்டும் சொல்லிக்கிறேன் பாரத்க்கு வர வெக்கம்னா என்னன்னு தெரியல
எந்த கடையில விக்குது?
அதான் கேட்டு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கான்
அது ஃபுட் ஐட்டமா?
Boblet. Boblet.
Okay.
Yeah. You should bring him on this show.
Actually, can if you can. I always have. There was
I had
this.
the chance.
There was this video that he posted about Bahubali or something.
Bahubali.
No.
That fella is funny lah. He's funny in real life as he is on TikTok. Yeah.
what is the most closest to your heart TikTok video you posted
Ooh, okay. I think it was the one where I was looking back on. It was the trend where it's the young versus the old. So the young person asking the older you like, okay, so example, did we graduate? And then
Right.
flashback to now, actually yes, I've graduated.
Right.
Then my younger photo of me with my party, are you still close to party? Then now I'm still close to
Yeah.
party,
Yeah.
like filming TikToks with her.
Yeah.
So that was still something I pinned it on one of my top 3. It's something when I did it, I was just crying lah.
Wow,
Because
okay.
it made me realize actually how far I've come, you know, as an individual. And back then I was actually very insecure. Like I had a lot of issues also growing up with like self-esteem. Yeah, so inga பார்க்கும்போது like I've come a long way, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so it's good to reflect also and to be thankful and to thank God lah for whatever blessings that you have in your life right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in your bio also, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very important thing. Actually, now that you mentioned, when you are talking, I'm thinking about my
Yeah.
own thing, which is
Yeah.
it's actually good lah. Like
Yeah.
it's deep, but I actually think like because we are always looking at. Sometimes we are just trained to think அடுத்து என்ன வருது
What's
என்ன இப்போ எனக்கு இல்ல that I
Yeah.
want in the future. I think we also always talk about it.
we both have the same
Yeah,
topic
so
on
we keep thinking about okay, what's next? What don't I have now?
Yeah.
How can I get there? Which is good also,
Yeah.
but sometimes when you're at your lowest, you don't realize that
How far?
over the years, the journey that you've had and. There was this motivational video I saw. It wasn't a motivational video, like a clip, was like something like a TED talk. It was this guy asking a question. If your 5-year-old self saw you now, would that 5-year-old kid be proud? If yes, you're going on the right path. If no, then think about it. That one really struck with me. So it's something a question that you guys can think about if you all want. I'm sorry if it brings up negative emotions.
The 5-year-old see me now, right? Maybe the secondary school version of me see now will be proud.
5-year-old see you now. When did you become a Smurf player?
I am Papa Smurf.
You had a food.
Yeah.
No, actually, I want to ask, since you're on the topic of your grandmother, I want to ask, what's your relationship like with her?
Okay.
What do you It's quite obvious that you guys are really close. So just expand upon what your relationship is like. What's her reaction to doing TikToks? Is she really into it, or do you have to
force
maybe
her?
Actually, I have that question because I'm very close to my grandmother.
How he got scolded about it?
No, I got because I share experiences right in the podcast. So அவங்க வந்து என் தங்கச்சி வந்து பொம்பளை பிள்ளைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. I shared that, then my family sent it to her. என்ன பத்தி இந்த மாதிரி சொல்லிருக்க.
He didn't even say anything bad about it. He just said family, okay, the TikTok was about his தங்கச்சி going out late and coming back late. And then அவங்க வந்து வீட்டுக்கு லேட்டா வரும்போது பாட்டி சொல்றாங்க, என்ன அது பொம்பளை பிள்ளை இந்த மாதிரி நேரம். Then அவன் சொன்னா, then the party say, இந்த மாதிரி வீட்ல பேசுறதுனா ஏன் வெளிய சொல்றீங்க?
Yeah, so that's why my question is, how did you get your grandma into TikTok? I mean, just expanding on Chari's point. How did you get your grandma into TikTok?
So I'll touch on the point of how close we are. So Chinna Vaislinda, I really dote on my party. I always love going to her house, and I formed a very close relationship with her. Any ang pao I get, right, I actually want to buy a gift for her.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it was at 7-8 years old, that's when I formed this very strong connection with her. So growing up, it just grew even stronger. So how did we start TikTok, right? So I think during circuit breaker, I wasn't able to see her for a good 3 months because she lived in another home. She lives in my cousin's family's house.
Okay.
So when I think it was phase 1 where you can now one person go to another person's house, or 2 people. That's when I visited her. Then at that point I already started TikTok. So I said, hey Atta, நம்ம சும்மா ஒரு டான்ஸ் பண்ணலாமா, சின்ன ஒரு சும்மா டான்ஸ். Then she's like, okay நீ போடுப்பா. Then she's super on to do it, right?
Okay.
Nice.
I think in the beginning she didn't know the extent of where this would go.
Right.
She's just doing it சும்ma ஒரு fun.
To spend time with you.
Yeah, just spend time with me, and it's like an activity that we do together. Rather than I go there, then
Just sit down.
just sit down, eat. At least we are engaging in a activity. Yeah. So it started out that way, a dance. And then of course the dancers, I need to slow down. I'll actually do it in slow-mo, and then later speed it up so that it's on time. Because the action can be quite fast, So I say, okay, Atta neenga ipdi parunga. And she's like, oh okay, ipdi pannunga, So that is how it started. And then from then on, I think when the COVID restrictions lifted, a lot of people loved hearing my grandma's wanted to see more of my grandma.
Right.
So I started her own TikTok channel. Yeah, so she does have my Atta does have a TikTok channel of her own self. I would post more content just solely about her, like Atta's favorite sari. Atta actually received a gift from a member of the public. Someone gifted her a sari through me lah. So they say, I want to give your Atta a sari, and then I pass it to her. She's opening, then she wear it, Yeah, so I think onto the point of how do I get her to say yes, right? I think she's always been someone that say yes. Yeah, she's never really said no to me, Yeah, I think she's someone that when she sees me happy, she also gets happy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think and the party and the marumagan or the uruvu is no one can explain that kind of fond relationship between a grandma and a grandson.
Party parent.
Party and parent. Party and parent. Sorry, party and parent. Yeah. Party and parent. The relationship is just very.
It's a special bond. You can't really. அப்பா இருக்கலாம் அம்மா இருக்கலாம் கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்ட் யாரும் வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம். ஆனால் அந்த பார்ட்டியோட அந்த ஷேர் பண்ணுற அந்த லவ் வந்து you can't get that anywhere.
Correct.
Yeah, because Raya I went with blue color hair. Then I went to my grandma's house. And எல்லாரும் வந்து என்ன இப்படி அடிச்சு. And then my grandma just she was making hot the food, right? She come எதுக்கு சொல்றீங்க எல்லாம் ஸ்டைலா தானே இருக்கு ஐன்சவா இருக்காங்க. Then she turned to my wife, then she's like நீங்க ரொம்ப லக்கி. நான் கொஞ்சம் எங்கேன்னு தப்பிச்சு போலாம். எங்க என்ன நடக்க போறது தெரியல.
For me, one common thing about party வீட்டுக்கு போனா is no matter how big I am or how like muscular, fat or whatever.
Guns with roses.
You always earchi poita. I tell my patti, wait to 100 kitta patti. Illa la earchi poita. We moojala thoki poita. Eat.
My party will blackmail me to eat lunch. Tanya sapran bare. She said that like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna eat it. Okay. I may not be hungry. I may have had something. Fuck it. I'm just gonna eat.
And she's so spotting, right? My party, she was like, okay, na poi lipstick potittu varen. Yeah, give me time to put lipstick.
That's
so
nice.
cool. Yeah, then she look at the thing. Okay, combs. She will like go and like comb her hair. So she has even been stopped in public. That's the extent that has gotten. You know, in this past 3 years of kind of showcasing Ata on my TikTok. People have like met her, like when she goes to restaurants, the waiters and waitress, they have actually seen her before. They say, hey party, நான் உங்க TikTok la பாத்திருக்கேன். நல்லா இருக்கு. Then she's like, ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கு. Like, then she'll tell me, Jeevan ரொம்ப வெக்கமா இருக்கு. So I was like, okay, she's very shy. She doesn't like the attention.
Yeah.
So actually speaking of that, right, how do you feel like you want the TikTok but you mentioned circuit breaker time, right? Like it's COVID time and all that. As we opened up and we managed to go out, right? How do you feel that the first few times you got recognized?
I think I just felt very like humbled, very, very, how to say, in a sense, privileged lah.
Right.
Because in the mari or vibe kedikirudhu, like recognized for the good reasons. Like people are coming up to you because they like you.
Right.
And I think that's something to me, it shows a reflection of the work that you do. You know, that means people like you enough to actually come and want to say hello.
Nice.
You know? And I think it just makes me feel like I cherish those encounters. And sometimes I also feel like maybe there's the disconnect because people watch you on social media, right? They don't know you in person, right? They don't know how warm you are in person. So for me, any person that come up to me, I just want to know your name. I want to shake hands with you. I just want to make that encounter feel good for you. Yeah. And that's been about me lah.
So you recently also have this Tanglish Studios production, right?
Yes.
So there's the Brown Dating series and all that. So yeah, my wife and I were avidly watching that.
Oh, okay.
So what made you want to do? Because Singapore context like it's like online. You see like Netflix, like they have this like matchmaking, Indian matchmaking and all that. Right?
Yes.
So was that sort of like a motivation to you to bring that to Singapore also?
So that was the catalyst. Because and also I found that there was no really brown channel in Singapore creating brown friendly content other than Vasantham.
Yeah.
I think Vasantham also they do cater to Tamil speaking audience. But in terms of like this Tamil English, there is no one actually kind of like doing that at that point. And then also when we talk about dating shows in Singapore, there were a few that were launched, but they were all secular. So that means there was only that one Indian person inside, one Indian guy or one Indian girl, you know. And I felt like it truly didn't really represent how diverse the brown community in Singapore is. So that's when having the idea, I say, hey, why not let's do a dating show for brown people in Singapore? Maybe it hasn't been done before, right? And then in February, Valentine's Day this year, I released the ad to kind of like get people to sign up. We got over like 60 applicants.
Okay.
And then from there, we scaled down, interview some of them. Then we did the pairing lah. Okay, who we were to pair with who, and then we began the filming.
Right.
So that's kind of how it started. Tanglish Studios was more of like a channel where Desi Paktor would sit under.
Right.
So there'll be many other things that Tanglish Studios wants to do. We probably want to do like cooking. We want to do like also like street style interviews.
Right.
So it's like have a series of kind of content sitting under Tanglish Studios.
Right.
That's the vision lah.
Okay.
That's nice.
So why now? Why start Tanglish Studios now?
I think இப்ப வந்து like பார்க்கும்போது like I have grown a following over 3 years. I feel like now I want to raise up other Indians in our community. Like I want to give them an opportunity to showcase themselves, to put them on a platform. And I think சில பேருக்கு இந்த வாய்ப்பு like it's not easy for them to do it on their own. And like we have so many talented people in the Tamil community, in the brown community, and I feel like they deserve to be like heard, their stories heard and showcased or spotlighted on. You know? Yeah. So when I saw this podcast also, I was like, amazing, man, because you're spotlighting creators, you're spotlighting individuals within the Tamil community who are doing great things, and that's how we push like other Tamils forward, you know, or other like Indians forward. Yeah. So
Thank you. Yeah, even just tying into that, like the reason why we are moving into more of, we had a guest heavy format previously, right? And then we were like, because of COVID, we were only doing it on Zoom.
Yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to do it also was to, once we build up a certain base, we wanted to give more people like Indians with a spotlight or with a platform to at least share their story.
Especially Indians who's got unique stories. Like number and the guest episodes, we had Nilesh and the musician. It's like there are a lot of unique stories out there in the community, and I mean, if you have a unique story, you can always reach out to us, and we're happy to hear your stories in that sense. But it's to bring out these stories. There's a lot of unique stories, and they need to have a voice.
There's a lot of aspiring people in our own community who has not had the voice out there or stage to tell what they are doing. No?
So and then now we are entering the era about user-generated content also. So everybody can, if we just like as you mentioned just now, starting on TikTok or that, if we keep at it, find your niche and all that, I think there's a way for everybody to make it.
I mean, I think wrapping up our conversation, really thank you for your time, Jeevan. I'll ask one final question as a wrap up. To your fans, just a word of advice, especially for aspiring content creators. What should they do, and just a word of advice.
Okay, everyone has a gift. Use your gift to add value to other people. And I think it can be in many ways. Don't need to see other people what they're doing and copy them. I think everybody has their own gift. So use that lah. And really just don't be afraid. That's one thing. Okay, niripper vekko, the vekko. Don't care. Really, you want to do it, you do it. Like, why do you need to care what other people say about you? A lot of people, they don't want to start business, don't want to start this, don't want to put themselves out there because of fear. Why is there fear? Fear of judgment, fear of what people say. Like, if you keep caring about what people think, you won't end up doing anything. You'll just stick at the norm, And I think for me, there's always been like keep reminding myself lah. Like, I want to do it because I want to do it. No need to fear what other people says. If you have good intentions, you want to do stuff, do. Okay? That's what I'll say.
Okay. No, actually, the things, your content is very good, but the way you said it, right, that's the impact.
That was amazing.
Can sense your passion when you're talking. Don't mean to like shamelessly plug anything, but because when people are talking about something and they're like passionate, right, you can see it's very, very evident. So it's nice. I think the advice really will help people, even to us because we are. I mean, we had a TikTok account very long ago, but it was like a passive thing. Now we're trying to be more active active also, and we are also trying to produce different forms of content. And your advice really speaks to us also. We were talking about it just now. Like certain things we post, right, we have to come out of our shell a little bit. Because some of us are Actually, no, all of us are introverts.
Introvert.
We are introverted.
Really? You sure introvert there?
No, actually, I'm the biggest I'm the biggest introvert of all.
Is it you or me lah?
I think me, because I genuinely don't talk to people. Like I'm the one in the room, right? If there's a party, I'm in the corner.
Oh, okay.
I'm that kind of a person. But this is like you say, I have to show no fear. I have to come out of my shell and actually be the persona. I should show out my character in that sense. That's the reality, I would say.
Yeah. So it's like just like being brave and just doing it. As long as, like, one thing that he mentioned to me, like, this was his line. If when we're putting this podcast, like, for us, we are four not celebrities. We don't have like a following outside our own social media and all that. So this is something that we are trying to build up together. So his line was always, if there's one person who benefits from our content, I'll take that as a win.
100%.
He said that 2020. I still remember until now. And that's like the anchor.
Yes, love that.
And I think it's a very, very important thing. So I think on that very good motivational note, honestly, try a TED Talk if the opportunity comes up.
You really should.
I think it might be worth it.
Go for it. See you all next week, நேயர்களே.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.